Hi everybody, Sunny Bonani. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. So today we are going to talk about Real Housewives. I can't believe what it's over. I can't believe that it's this was like, well, not the last episode, but it was the finale episode just before the reunion. And I am kind of hoping that this time they won't take long to post the reunion. You remember last year, I think we had like 3 weeks of just nothing, and just them waiting for the reunion. And there were some issues, I think, about the host and all of that. So it took time for them to actually give us the reunion. This time, I am hoping that it's not going to be like that. Okay. So, yes, you guys, we're going to talk about it. So the biggest thing that happened in this last episode is obviously the fight that took place. But I want to talk about the whole season, okay, as a whole. How did you feel about it? Are you happy with how the season went? Remember that when I started this season, this is one season where we had the most changes in terms of the cast. Okay, they got rid of 3 people: Lachongo, Makumalo, Londi London, and the fourth one who was a friend of the show. I don't know why you will get rid of a friend of a show, which was Umabusi, and all of those people were replaced. Okay. In the beginning, of course, I wasn't sure. Okay, I wasn't sure in the beginning, but I think my opinion has changed. I think, honestly, my honest opinion, I feel like, okay, listen, there was a lot of thoughts that go into the people that that were replacements this season. Anyway, welcome, welcome, Pelo, from your heart, from Pelo to your heart. Hi, Dandos. Hi, Pelo. Thank you for joining me. Satan's cousin were hurt when Bali apologized to Noko. They were so bothered by it. They were so bothered by it, you know. And I did question as well if it was genuine, but I felt like Umbali just wanted the whole thing to be done. I think that she felt like she acted out of character, so she just wanted it done, you know. Even though she still thought Nonku was wrong, but she wanted to apologize, which is it's a big thing. An apology in that franchise, you guys, it's a good thing because they don't do it. They don't apologize, even when it's obvious that they are wrong. They don't do it. So it was, but yes, Satan's cousins, Satan's cousins were not. Mm-mm, they were not happy at all, especially the leader of the cousins. So Risha was like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this apology. But guys, what did you think about this thing? I saw Risha saying that she has something on Unonku not paying her bills, and she's going to bring that at the reunion. Listen, you guys, anytime that somebody says they're going to bring something to the reunion, I look forward to it. But when you give us a clue, then we are waiting for something really, really like good, like some good tea. And I suspect when we get to the reunion, she's going to give us something that is not as hot. Because number one, you guys, Unonku is an independent woman. She seems to be making a lot of money. I mean, she was there upgrading her room and getting helicopters. I can't imagine that Unonku has some bills somewhere that she's not paying. I can't imagine it. But Sorisha says that that is the case. So I'm guessing that we'll have to see at the reunion if she really has some real tea on Nunonku or she was just acting, okay? But anything, you guys, at this point, like, everybody's debt is coming out, you know? Like, if you dish out somebody's debt, somebody else is going to dish out your own. So, yes, Mighty Puloko. I'm sure I'm pronouncing your surname wrong, Kosian. Please forgive me. Yes, they are witches. Honestly, Mina, I feel like this season we saw everybody's worst side. except for Annie. I feel like for season 1 and 2, we were seeing the West Side. Annie was like the mean girl. So this season, she was trying to show us a different side, and I think that I saw it. You guys, I really think that I saw it. It's just that she was in the Satan's cousins group. She was in that group, but I saw it. But I feel like for every single one of them, there is something that I saw that was like not so positive. Okay, Sorisha for one. Okay, the Messi Sorisha that we got to meet this season, Jojo with the explosive tantrums, and then Unonkungu ukuhleba ngabangani bakhe, gossiping about your friends and revealing things that you must never reveal about your friends. I'm never gonna tell somebody that my friend is busy borrowing money here, borrowing other people's clothes here. No, you don't do that to your friends. And then Umbali last week she exploited, because honestly, yes, Unonku did something wrong by talking about her, but it wasn't that bad that she should get that angry, you know. And then there is Usane, who was having amnesia for most of the season. And then there is Usli. Usli is a tricky one, you guys, because she does her snake back is very calculated, and she remains calm while she's doing it. So even when she's being messy, sometimes you see it at the end. Kahle kahle Slee was being messy, because the dinner, you guys, in this episode. By the way, those who did not watch the full episode, go and I did do 2 videos, part 1 and 2 of the full episode. So I'm not in this live. I'm not going scene by scene, because I did that in the review. We're just all over the place, just talking about the whole season, the season as a whole. So in this dinner, you guys, it was going well. I mean, they had tried to talk, those who wanted to talk. Then towards the end, she's the one that just spoiled everything by wanting to get physical with Unongo. I wish they had let them fight, because we were actually going to see with these women don't even know how to fight. They are just pretending, because obviously the security there. They're not gonna. The best that you're going to get is a slap, and then that's it. So it's like, why would you even attempt to fight? Because you're not gonna get anywhere with the fight. So part of me, I wish they had just let them go. Oh, ndifuna ukulwa, yilwani ke, ngoba besizobona ukuthi vele they don't even know what fighting is. I can't wait for those recipients. Which recipients? Nogu is being sued by the company for non-payment. So I believe, sorry. Yes, okay, I did see that story, but her response was that she actually doesn't owe them, and that was the issue that was in court. Okay, so yeah, but you do have a point there. That means that she is leaving some people unpaid. I hope ukuthi she's not going to be who is that lady, Gambe, from Real Housewives of Atlanta, Oshire, because they always say Oshire always hires people and never pays them. Okay. And Mighty says Lee is an underground snake. And those snakes that you look at and it's all they have like nice colors. Uthola ukuthi inyoka yakhona is like green and shiny. You attempted to even take it uyoyifuya ekhaya. and then it, and then my sister it grows to a big anaconda and eats all your kids. I feel like sneeze that, because she really, like, when you hear her speak, you're like, oh shame, such a classy woman. And then the next thing, and I think I started seeing that when she told Umbali about that thing. Because honestly, if she was that person that was not going to be messy, she wasn't gonna tell Umbali, even though it is true that Unonko said those things about Umbali, but the fact that Usli, made it a point that she told Umbali that, yeah, ubunyoka obuthile lapho. So everybody had ubunyoka somehow. And by the way, you guys, listen. I know what people sometimes they just say we don't like Unonko no Jojo. But it friendship yabo is really like toxic, kind of, okay? Because when they are sitting at the table and there's an exchange between at the time it exchange was between Annie no Nonku, when Nonku was talking for Ujojo. Jojo was sitting facing Unonku, almost like umnika amasayini ukuthi isho nalo kuyani. I just go and watch. As if they had a discussion before, ukuthi, you know what, I'm not gonna speak. Maybe they were trying to avoid Ujojo doing what she did, throwing amanzi and all of that. It's almost like they said, you know what, I'm not gonna speak. And then Noko was like, don't worry, my friend, ngizokukhulumela mina. So ngithini? Athi, hayi, bomtshela ukuthi, umtshela ukuthi, umtshela ukuthi. So while she's sitting there, having an exchange with Annie Nosli, Jojo is looking at her. Beno Ruan. Listen, Ruan is another. What kind of a snake is Ruan, guys? Ruan is a snake. Because if he wasn't, he would be able to really remain neutral, and even sitting at the table, he would make sure that he is between Ujojo no Nonku. If he was neutral, his seat would be thereby between Ujojo no Maria, because Maria is also his friend. I don't know, uRuan this episode ngishintshile ngathi uRuani, I think mhlawumbe inyoka enkulu kakhulu le esingayiboni. Khona lezi inyoka lezi ezingaka le evele ilunguze phambi komnyango kanje emakhaya. uRuani angimthembi. By the way, you guys, I wanted to talk about the addition of the new cast. I want to hear in the comment section how you feel about the people that were added this season. I was happy with everybody. I was happy. Let me start by Usli. Obviously, I mean, I think she contributed even more than some of them who were already there contributed. So I'm happy with Usli. I'm happy with Usane because obviously she gave us that Londi London exchange. Okay, nobody was going to hold Londi London, accountable, even though she wasn't there last season. Londi London acted like had this high and mighty person that was in a perfect relationship, and Ula Choncho had to answer for everything when it came to her and Mr. Petal and all of that. And when she came back, she was coming back now after the breakup, and she was all crying and all of that. And the others were feeling sorry for her instead of saying, "Hi, Bo, can't do when last season we were having issues, go back, you were presenting this picture." So I liked Usane for that. Okay. But I also liked Usane for the messiness, even the fact that she was having amnesia, because honestly, I feel like we need her at the reunion because we need to find out what was up with the amnesia the whole season. But I also liked her diary sessions. Listen, I missed Ama diary sessions. I really, really did. There was something that she would just do with the diary sessions, and you would feel like she's getting more time in the diary sessions because her diary sessions would be more fun, who just who add that spice kuma diary session. So I missed her. So I felt like part of Usane was replacing Ulasi Kancane. It wasn't really like I didn't feel like I don't miss Ulasi anymore. I was still missing her, but Kona Lenta yenza kuma diary session where she's like funny. So I liked her for that. Oh Maria, you guys. I don't know about Umari. It's like I don't want to say she was a wrong choice, but at the same time, I don't want to say she was the best choice. I kind of do want to see her how she does in another season, but I also want to see her how she does in a season where Jojo is not there, and see how her storyline and what her storyline is going to be. And then when it comes to Umbali, you guys, I don't want to lie. I even did a specific video here where I said that Umbali is just a waste of space on Real Housewives because at the time she wasn't showing up to shoot a lot of the scenes. We were not seeing her on Real Housewives. And I was feeling like, how can they, fire those cast members to put Umbali and somebody that is not really going to be showing up, I was not happy with the fact that she missed that trip to the Drakensberg. But you guys, I feel like she did give something a little bit, and I think that she didn't wait until the reunion because you remember Uma Kumalo, we had the same issue, but with her, we only saw her personality on the show at the reunion, and it was like too little too late for her. So I feel like Umbali did give something. I don't know if it was enough. I'm really conflicted with her. So at this point, I do feel like it was a good choice to have her here. but I don't know if she has enough time to really commit to the show, because you want somebody that feels like even if they are doing other things, but you feel like they care about the show, so they show up to shoot, they show up for trips, they show up for dinners. Because if a person is not present, then it's like, why did they put this person on the show? So she's the one for me that I feel like, okay, I'm not sure about this one. So with the newbies, if they bring them back, I won't have a problem with it. Maybe Umbali, I'll be like, they can make her into a friend of the show, you know, and yeah, that's it. I still kind of feel like I miss some of the old cast members. I do miss Olasi, and I do miss Ulondi London, you guys. There was that banter that will be between Ulondi London and Olasi that I miss, but I do not feel like the show cannot continue without them. Also, when we talk about Unonku, you guys, I've spoken about Unonku saying, yeah, she does make the show, whether you like what she's doing in a scene or not, she does a lot, Unonku, because she speaks a lot. She says the wrong things. She lies sometimes, and then the next thing she is Umama Wensoto. The whole, it's like you are in the theater and the person is acting different characters, and it's like a play of, yeah, one person acting different characters. There is Unonko on Real Housewives, so she is good for the show. But you guys, listen, people will say, engathi unonko angahamba sike sibone ukuthi ishow izoba njani. Listen, you guys, i-Real Housewives anywhere in the world will continue without the people that you think it's not going to continue without. If Real Housewives of Atlanta can do without Nini Leaks, they can do without anybody. So I'm hoping that none of these housewives now are feeling like, oh, gonna do next season so that I can see if they can do the show without me. Yeah, they will be able to do it. Producers are able to be creative and add other people here and shift a storyline here and there. And then the next thing, 2 seasons later, I says, I like her for the show, but I hope she doesn't get a big head like Nini did. Everybody says I'm the show, so I'm going to quit and ngifuna ukubona ukuthi izoqhubeka yini show, because yay, Tina, we've been season 10 with other people sesikhohliwe ukuthi there was ever you. So yes, you guys, I hope Nonko comes back, but if she doesn't, I hope ukuthi it's her choice. She's not trying to prove a point, okay? Hi, Mafu, the Mafu effect. Hello, Tano. My favorite is Lee and Annie. Guys, I don't know why it's difficult for me, because Annie, you bothered me so much in season 1 and 2. It's hard for me to say that she's my favorite, but I feel like this season, really, there are things about Annie that I liked. I liked Annie that she is really killing that stereotype of a colored woman, that a colored woman is supposed to be fighting and stabbing people and whatever, being rude and what story. That stereotype with Annie is not applicable at all. She's not acting like that. I love that about Annie. Okay, I love that this season she really seemed like genuine. Okay, if she hasn't been genuine with, the way she feels about her friendship with Ujojo, then she's really a good actress. Okay, she's a really good actress. If that was not genuine, so I kind of like Annie this season, you guys. If I had to decide just based on this season who my favorite is, I definitely would say that, who Annie is, okay? Usli, I'm like, yeah. But I definitely want Usli to come back next season, okay? I want Usli to come back next season. And also, I do want Usli to be that story of she came on Real Housewives being called broke and now she's one of the richest. I want like 5 seasons later to Usli to be that story. So I really do want Usli. Yes, I do feel like ubunyoka bukhona somewhere, but I want Usli to be that Deb and franchise success story. Somebody that came on and everybody was talking about how broke they are and they are borrowing people's things and all of that, and then they become the most successful. I am looking forward to that when it comes to Usli. I enjoyed, Utana says, enjoyed Slee and Sane. Bale was a no. Maria must come up. Maybe I will grow to like her next season. I think Maria was like more of a supporting act this season. And so it's hard to decide if really independent of everybody. If nobody else had a storyline, what would be Maria's storyline? Because it's like she was a supporting act, ngapha nangapha, but she didn't have, nobody said anything ngo Maria specifically, except now, okay, they did say ngama lips, but it was like the last episode where now she had to have that one-on-one with somebody. Even the one-on-one, yeah, can no Jojo didn't go that well and didn't last that long. So yeah, she was more like a supporting actor. I also don't mind to get her next season. Also nokubuka nje ama-lips akhe silokhu sibabaza ukuthi hawu Nkosi yami ama-lips amakhulu kangaka nako lokho kumnandi. Even that, guys, it's entertaining to just be seeing those lips, you know. And then Mbali must go. She must not come back at all. I would not complain that much on Balimaya Hamba, or maybe they can just keep. But the thing is, if they keep her as the friend of the show, mhlambe then uzovela nyamalale from the show because then she's not as committed. It was hard to get her on scenes being the main cast member. Imagine if she's the friend of the show. So ngiyangikhale kakhulu Mbali, if they say she's not coming back, I won't complain much. These ladies are quite disgraceful. All of them thought of, but the thing about it, okay, and I get it when people say that because yes, hey guys, they can be ridiculous because sometimes like they will fight about things that you think this can be resolved so easily with just a conversation and one person listening, one person talking, and then another one listens, and then another one talks. But I feel like, it drama, when it comes to a reality show, we can't run away from the fact that it's what makes the show. So if we're only going to have dinners when people are sitting and they're all act matured and they resolve things and they don't hold grudges and they don't gossip about each other, that wouldn't work for the show. So the very fact ukuthi Usli is borrowing people's things and borrowing money, that thing, you find that the producers already knew that information. That's the reason they put her on the show, because they knew at some point there was going to be that conflict with her and Dunonku. So as much as they are acting immature, it doesn't it's not bad for the show because drama is good for the show. The only problem is when they take it to extreme and then they're trying to get physical with each other, and then they're insulting each other, like they're calling each other ugly and all of that. Then it's like it goes too far. But I feel like sometimes it's hard for the producers to be able to control how far they go when they're arguing or when they're fighting, because fighting is like good, but then it can go too far. Okay. I would love Nonku still here. She is still my favorite. Okay. Now I want to Nonku back. Okay. I didn't like her this season. I don't personally hate Nonku, but I didn't like her this season. Or should I say, I didn't like the things she did this season. Annie is not acting like season 1 and 2 because she's afraid of being bullied on social media. She's acting fake now. But guys, did you check Twitter today? Like today, Nonko is not having a good day today online because there's a lot of people that are feeling like she deserved that from Usli. Even though I don't like what Nonko did to Usli, I still feel like what Usli did trying to fight her is wrong. But if you go online, you guys, people are feeling like she deserved that because they're just feeling like she's doing too much with talking about people and revealing the kind of things that she's revealing about Usli. So yeah, she's not having a good time today, at least today, after today's episode. Online, she's not, Noko is not the favorite. Anna says, we want drama, Tina. I'm waiting for Sorisha to bring Skatla at the reunion. May, did they say they're shooting in May? I but they can't do that to us. I haven't seen anything about the reunion. Anna, did they say they're shooting in May? They can't bring it in May. What day is it? We're going to wait 4 weeks. No, you guys, listen. I don't know why they want to wait until the reunion the season is done before they shoot the reunion. They should have been shooting the reunion this week so that we get it next week or at least in 2 weeks time. So I don't know, you guys, it's just by the time we watch the reunion, like it's just polile, it ago komnand when they do that. The next viewing is in May. Oh, imagine, God, I can't wait that long. I really don't know why they use that strategy, but I really just don't like it. I don't like the fact that we have to wait for so long for the reunion, you guys. So, but guys, how did you feel about this season overall? I liked it. I think out of the 3 seasons we've had, this was the hottest season. Every week it was drama. Okay. Every week it was drama. I do wonder about next season though. If well, Jojo has said that she has quit, and if Nonko quits as well, I just wonder what's gonna happen with, are they going to replace them? And how are the dynamics going to be like next season? And also, I do wonder about Tusli, you guys. I am of the opinion that every time somebody gets aggressive like that, there has to be consequences, you know? And I feel like with Ujojo, there was my issue with the producers of Real Housewives is that when somebody acts like that, you have to show the others that it is not acceptable. When you get, explode like that, it's not acceptable. You have to have consequences, even if it means just demoting a person to a friend of the show. I feel like they have to do that. And it seems like with this franchise, they don't do that. You can just act however, you are still the cast member if you are a cast member. I feel like they kind of have to hold them accountable for that. So I do feel like Usli, I want her back, but I really wouldn't complain if for what she did in this episode, they demoted to a friend of the show, because I feel like others have to learn that you can argue, just remain in your seats. You can throw verbal insults at least, but just remain in your seats. Because guys, one thing about fights is that when you can think of someone, you're just going to slap them on the face, and then somebody picks up club glass on the table and throw it at you, and then it cuts you at the wrong place. So it's never worth the risk. So yeah, I would love to see them do something. But the issue now with that is that if they do something now with Usli, it's going to look wrong, because now it's going to be like, oh, are you now dishing out punishment when people behave like that because Usli is a black woman, which obviously is going to be like that because Ujojo has been doing these things since season 2 and nothing has happened to her. So it's going to look wrong now, but I still want to see some consequences for that kind of behavior. And Nonku and Jojo must go. They are toxic and gossip mongers. But I also feel like it will make a difference if uh Unonku no Jojo are not together anymore. And we can just see if Nonku makes an effort to fix things with the others, and if the others are welcoming to Nonku. But I do feel like obviously if Jojo is not coming back, or Unonko might be reluctant to come back, because guys, as it stands, the only person that she made up with is Umbali. Even that, we're questioning if it's genuine or not. Okay. So if she comes back next season, she basically doesn't have a friend. And Nonko is not good at bringing people to the show. She brings people to the show and then throws them under the bus. So even if the producers say, listen, you are alone here, do you have a suggestion of somebody that you can bring? She can bring somebody like she brought to Lee and then throw that other person under the bus, and then the person goes to the other side. So I don't know, you guys. I'm hoping that Nonko is not leaving. And this season was the best. Loved Sorisha, says Sana. I love Sorisha. I love Mrs. Sorisha. And I love the evil smile that she gives after she does something very, very naughty. I don't know why I'm laughing. But I think because I've said that for me, I like umuto balansayo. You see the good, you see the bad. I don't like umuto good all the time, and then the person that's evil all the time. I like for you to show that you're human. You can be messy, but you choose not to be messy. So I like Sorisha. I like the evil Sorisha. I even like the fact that she says she has some stuff on no calls or later at the reunion. I like her saying futek. I can't wait for the Americans to watch the show, because that episode, everybody's gonna be asking what FoodSec means. So because of Sorisha, FoodSec is going international. Okay, it's going to be said international FoodSec. I like that. But there are moments where I felt like Sorisha was just going too far. Like that episode where Usane had told her ukuthi she had said the stuff about Annie, but she did not come back to Annie's story to say, no, guys, listen, Sane admitted to saying the thing. So she didn't, she just let them have the argument, even though she knew ukuthi Usane had admitted that she said the thing about Annie. So those things I feel like let's just go, just say, yeah, she did admit, you guys. So yeah, but I like the I think Sorisha was entertained by herself, and I do feel like she's probably watching, also laughing about it. Ukuthi people have been on her about, she's too nice and all of that. So finally she gets to give us something different. Bobby says Nonko pushed Lee to the corner. I stand for Lee. Imagine Nonko gossip about Lee on national TV. Nonko doesn't think before she talks. Listen, you guys, I get that Usli was pushed. But I do feel like as a black woman, we have some kind of responsibility to just present ourselves in a certain way, And if you can prove or you can express how you feel and prove that a person was wrong for doing something without getting physical with them, do that, because you're not going to regret that you express yourself verbally, but you are definitely going to regret acting like that. Immediately in the diary session, Slee is regretting acting like that. But the thing is, that thing is on tape, not only are we watching the episode, it's going to be picked up by Bravo 2 years later because they just watched season one. They're still going to watch season two, maybe this year, and then maybe next year they'll be watching season three. That when it repeats, people will be online, you know. Usli, you don't want to do that. So I was disappointed for her, and I was disappointed again that she acted like that. But I do understand the side that she was pushed, but she could have been pushed to say things to Nonko instead of doing what she did. I'm sure Nonko won't come if Jojo doesn't, unless they are acting like their weekly drama. The season was great, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, you guys, I don't know. Like, Unonku, the way she's so dependent on Jojo, it's, anything is possible. And she seems to want to do everything that Jojo does now. She's getting her lips done. She has tattoos now. So I guess if Jojo doesn't come now, she might, doesn't do the show, she might not do it. So, but even with Ujojo, you guys, when I watch her lives and her talking about the show, it's almost like ufuna ukuncengwa, she wants them to beg. It's like she wants to do the show, but she wants to be like, I'm so done with the show. And Trump, the producers are just so over her quitting the show all the time. Like you have one bad scene, you quit the show, and then you come back, you have another bad scene, you quit the show. So I kind of feel like she does still want to do the show, but it's like she doesn't want to take accountability for the things that she has done on the show. So she would rather go than do that. Okay. And Bobby says that Slee, she's a mother of teenagers. You can imagine how her kids feel after what Nongo said. That's so low of Nongo. Guys, listen, people have to understand. Yabana, when you go on a reality show, you have somebody that you owed 10 rand to that you never paid. That thing at some point is going to come out. Okay. You took somebody's boyfriend at some point, that thing is going to come out. You borrow somebody's earrings at some point, that thing is going to come out. Okay. You have to be prepared. If you have an issue with your kids finding out that 5 years ago you dated 5 men, then don't do the show. Don't do the show. You're not going to defend your point by now trying to beat up people because they're talking about things that are actually true, that are happening in your life. Because if you did borrow somebody's clothes, you knew that was going to come out. If you drove somebody's car for the whole week and didn't return the car, if that's true, it's going to come out. If it's not true, then just sit there, argue verbally, and then the show closes, you go and get the receipts that this thing did not happen. Whether you get somebody to shoot a scene with you saying, Unonku lied, I never told her that, that's what you do. That's how you do it. But you can't say, just because you have kids, I have a family, how can you say that? No, if you are on everything, you guys, everything, if you went and saw Inyanga and you targeted umuntu, someone is gonna get hold of that information and they will reveal it if you are on a reality show. People sometimes have files on fellow cast members waiting ukuthi bachukuluzwe, and then they just reveal the stuff. Like you say, uSorisha didn't say ukuthi I'm going to go and get some information on Nonku. She didn't. She said, it's funny because I also have the same information on Nonku. That's what she said, which means that she's had this information for some time. It's about to come out now. So be prepared that everything is about to come out. Uma waboleka imali kumashonisa, they might even shoot a shit umashonisa wakho, umashonisa ebatshela ukuthi lo i-interest yami azange lo interest yami azange azayikhokhe lo. They do that. So be prepared. It's not an excuse, I think. And yeah, you guys, anyway, I'm looking forward to the reunion, and of course I'm looking forward to Intoga Sorisha. And I don't know, you guys, if there's anything that can be done with the friendship ka Jojo. No, 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 any, because I honestly feel like Jojo is done with the friendship, and I feel like who any now is done. They never got to understand really what upset them in the friendship. So I'm just wondering what they will discuss there. I think it's just going to be more of them expressing how they feel or where they are with the friendship at the time and what really upset them. And hopefully at the reunion, they will be able to say it, but I don't feel like they will be able to repair that friendship. And I feel like Unonku, I would like to see her finally just take responsibility and say, yes, I did gossip. I was gossiping about you to this one. I was gossiping about you to this one and whatever. And stop with the God thing. We love Unkulunkulu, we love God, we respect God and Jesus and the angels, but I hope she doesn't bring them to the reunion. If she brings them, I hope she leaves them at the changing room, because we need Unonku without the angels, without God, without the Bible. We need her because every time she has to answer for something, then she goes into God. God will answer for me. I hope because she's able to do that, you guys. Of course, with Usli, there's so much, but it all depends also on the host. But it also depends because yes, the host, even if the host is good, I think the producers have a goal on what they want to get out of the reunion. So if a host doesn't get it, listen, we need to get the truth from Usli when it comes to her relationship, the one that she had just come out of, and we need the truth about the wife being her aunt. Is that true? Can she explain it? Does she have receipts and all of that? We need the truth about the son that she said she had, that people say she doesn't have. All of those things, there's a lot that we need clarity on when it comes to Lee. It depends if the producers think it's important for that information to come out at the reunion, if it's important for her to explain herself. But also, she might decide that she doesn't want to discuss things that were not part of the show. I don't know, you guys. Of course, with any guys, a lot has happened with the allegations, the cheating allegations. It happened outside of the show. But we really would love to hear. We know what she doesn't believe that her husband is cheating, but we want to hear from her mouth. What does she think of all of these allegations that are coming out about, her husband and everything? Just a messy question from the host. I want all of them just to be, those who are married, to be asked if they think their husbands have cheated. Not just any. I kind of wanna hear if Uncle Viv has ever been busy. If Uncle Viv has ever been busy on the side, just to be busy. And yeah, you guys. But oh yes, with Usane, I guess clarifying into any and all of that. Guys, how weird was it that Usane was not there to shoot the last scene of the show? I know she is a friend of the show, but at this point she's like a cast member because she has shot almost every scene. It was weird for me that she did not show up to shoot that last scene. But I'm hoping that she comes to the reunion. Every time she talks about the reunion, whether she's doing her lives, she talks as if she is not sure if she will be attending. She'll be like, if I decide to attend, you know. So I guess with her we are not sure if she will attend, but I'm hoping ukuthi Unonku no Jojo don't decide to not. Can you imagine the reunion without Unonku no Jojo when the storyline was mostly them fighting with the others? It just they might as well not have they might as well not have the reunion. Yeah, you guys. I hope everybody comes. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I think we discussed everything that we need to discuss when it comes to this. And I guess we just have to sit and wait. I can't believe it's in May, guys. It's the 19th. There's 2 weeks before May. Are we gonna wait that long? But yeah, Real Housewives of Joburg is coming, you guys. I wanna do some research on when it's coming and all of that, and maybe talk about the cast members as well. I think after such a hot season, yes, at Eben, I'm hoping Uti Joburg would be even hotter than that. Okay, but I don't know how they're going to do that without the Crystal, because I really, really like the Crystal for the show. I don't know. I felt like Crystal was like a Joburg franchise, you know. But I do understand that they did want to make some changes. So yeah, you guys. Anyway, we want to know about RD and Nongo. Yes. Ha! How can I? How can I forget, you guys? How can I forget? Pela with RD, RD was part of the show, and you know, in other franchises they will have that segment where they bring their husbands. It's just that I don't think that Vivian will have time to go and shoot the reunion, but it would be nice if they brought the husband. Hi, guys. Hey, that's why I usually make notes because I forget. Okay, let's talk about Artie, but I also want to talk about Kelvin, the Kelvin issue. RJ was part of the show. He even did a diary sessions and all of that. We need him, okay? But I think also it will be a chance for us to get clarity on the engagement. Obviously, when they go to the reunion, the engagement would have been over. But it would be nice to get the timelines. When did the engagement happen? When did they break up? Did he really scam you? You know, because Pela Unokul sound like they were talking about marriage already and all of that, and now, you know. And now it's like over already. So yes, RT definitely, you guys. And I also just feel like if they bring their husbands, which they've never done, they've never done in Devon. If they bring their husbands, I want to sort of get like details about a conviction. Obviously, it's online, you guys, but we just want to hear him give the details of what happened with Ikesiake, you guys, what he was arrested for and all of that, and for him to be asked specifically, you know, sometimes I want to hear from the person that committed the crime. Do you think, what makes you feel like you are safe to be around children? You know, if you are convicted of such a crime, you know, are children safe around you? And just hear the response from the horse's mouth. Okay. And then you guys remember the Kelvin issue. Kelvin said that Usli said that she was single and ready to mingle. That issue, guys, they must not forget, because we never really got to the truth of what happened. Did Usli say that or not? Slee said Kelvin is the one that initiated a conversation, you know, and I felt like Kelvin wouldn't lie. But I know one viewer was like, "Hey, Dando, but you was a daughter in daughter." I would be like, you'll be asking him about somebody, and then they'll be like, that person is the one that wants them, you know. What if Kelvin was trying to hit honestly? And I'm like, hey, because I'm a daughter, daughter's not gonna come here and say, yes, I'm the one that I said no, you know. I hope because the whole exchange is on camera, maybe the producers are just hiding it for now, and then later on they will release the tape to say what happened in that function, who said what to who, so we can finally know the truth. Dim said, congratulations. Yes, you guys, we are celebrating 12,000 subscribers. Okay. I'm celebrating every thousand. I must do a live specifically to just celebrate 12,000. Thank you so much, you guys. There are so many new people now, but you guys will get to know our channel, get to know this family. We are relaxed here. We are just being ourselves. We play a lot. We laugh a lot. We joke a lot. Okay. If you are too serious, you might not make it. on this channel. But anyway, you guys, I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Tana. I appreciate it so much that you guys came and joined me during the week to do a live. I know a lot of you are coming from work. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully, we will do another live soon. And of course, sisazokhuluma nge-reunion when it finally comes, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. Guys, don't forget to like the video. It's very important to like the stream so that they can push it, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before uphume kuyona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.